Well, hi Capricorns, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. So if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started. Let's find out what can Capricorns expect coming up in their lives. Whoa. What can Capricorns expect coming up in their lives? And any advice is always welcome. What can they expect? A lot of cards here. They're just flying out. Oh my gosh. Oh, sometimes they just jump out. I can't hold them in. Okay. I put them down in the same order they come out of the deck. There you are, Capricorn, up in your highest energy. I have 3 extra cards for your reading, but I'm going to go ahead and read them because I think they needed to come out. So the overall energy, Capricorns, is the 8 of Swords. Wow. This is a card of illusion, of feeling trapped into something. You're blindfolded, you're bound, but your feet aren't bound, your mouth isn't bound, and all these swords of truth and clarity are all around you. So you're almost like deciding that you don't really want to know all the truth and clarity, or you don't want to see all the truth and clarity, because if you do, you probably know you're going to have to deal with it. So this is surrounding your entire reading. That's what the reading's about. So let's read on. Let's find out why it's there. Up here in your highest energy is the 7 of Swords. Well, this is about deceitful behavior. Lying, stealing, cheating, rumors, spying. It's something that's unwanted around you. Now, notice that they are swords, that this person is trying to keep away from you. There's an energy around you. You're not seeing it. You're choosing. Basically, this is a card of illusions, so you can walk, you can talk, but you're kind of choosing to ignore the situation if this is your reading. So let's keep reading. You do have the 5 of Wands next to the 7 of Swords and right above the 8 of Swords. So this is, the energy of anxiety, stress, and confusion. Now, you feel it, but you're not really dealing with it. You're choosing to ignore it, even though you do feel it. Wow. I have a feeling you're going to be dealing with it in this reading. I have the Devil card next to the 5 of Wands. This is your card only because of the horns, Capricorn. But the energy of this card is toxic. This relationship that we're talking about, whoever this is toxic to you. There might be a third party involved with this card, maybe, but they're definitely tied to something else, whether it's a person or an addiction or something else, or just an influence in their life that is making this relationship toxic. Now, with the Devil card and the 7 of Swords both up here in your highest energy, they're being deceitful about it. They're holding something back. So let's keep reading. I have the 2 of Cups. Oh, under the 7 of Swords. Now this is friendship with love, and it's also a soulmate card. So they are a soulmate. That just means that you've known them from a previous life. You've known their souls. So, we have tons of soulmates out there. It doesn't mean you have to be with them just because they're a soulmate. In this instance, I'm almost feeling, because it's right under the Seven of Swords, that they're kind of just taking what they can from you. As far as love, as far as just, because see, these are cups of love. So, they care about you with this card coming out. But I do think that they're taking advantage of you. And you're choosing not to really deal with this. I think you kind of know that because I had the Five of Wands up here. You feel it, but you're maybe not trusting in your own, what you're feeling. You're just not trusting yourself, or you're hoping it just goes away on its own, that things clear up on its own. I have the Ace of Wands next to the Eight of Swords and under the Devil card, that toxic energy. This is a wand of fresh starts and new beginnings. Now this wand is blooming and blossoming. So something's going to be changing. So I know that's why they wanted to talk about this Eight of Swords. You're not going to be staying in this energy forever. There's going to be changes taking place. I need to keep reading. You're going to be moving forward from it one way or another, so I just got to read. So I have the Nine of Wands under the Two of Cups. Yeah, this relationship is wearing you out. I mean, you feel like you're being dragged through the mud on this relationship. You're holding the staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, but actually it's holding you up. And you may have had many fresh starts and new beginnings with this person, having the Nine of Wands. So you're on guard. I have the Page of Swords and looking right at this energy of the Nine of Wands. So you're becoming more aware, hyper aware of actions, of what's being said and done around you. So you're tired of feeling this way. You're reaching your breaking point in this particular relationship. So yeah, you're ready to come out of this Eight of Swords energy, and you're getting ready to deal with this. I have the King of Cups next to the Page of Swords and under the Ace of Wands. The King of Cups is water, so that would be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. That might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. So, the King of Cups, this is you. You're starting to pull back your cup of love. You're starting to think, you're starting to see things for what they are, and you're withdrawing. You're pulling back. Because see how close the King is holding that cup? King is very mature-minded energy, and it's like they're really starting to hold it close. So, and you're very much on guard, and you're really thinking about something better in your life. This is a really important reading, if it is your reading. If it's not your reading, check your moon sign, and or get a private reading from someone that you trust. Your moon sign is your private and emotional self. That's why I always suggest the moon sign if your sun sign does not resonate. You can check your rising, which is also your ascending sign. So, oh, I have 4 cards left over. I thought that felt thick. Okay. All right. I'm going to take out an angel card at the end. So next to the Devil card, which is the card for Capricorn, I have the 10 of Cups. So this is really what you're seeking. 10 cups of love, sunshine and rainbows. Union between two people, a family situation. So, there's a lot of joy associated here. This relationship may have been like that. But it may now be starting to turn toxic. I have the Queen of Wands next to the 10 of Cups. The Queen of Wands is fire, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. That might be strong in your charts or someone else's around this reading. But this is a very passionate card. It's the most passionate card in the whole tarot deck. So what you're doing is you're holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, but it's also a staff of passion. So you have passion for this person. It has been good, but it feels like things are going downhill. There's an energy that's introduced itself into this relationship. So you're holding on to a flower, there's a cat, there's your passion. It's wherever you put your love, you put your passions. Very mature-minded, it's the Queen. All cards are male or female. And so, I think you're thinking of moving forward from this relationship because of this toxic energy now. Because it's kind of evolving. You're going through baby steps, putting your sword up, becoming aware of what's going on, and starting to deal with these issues. I have the Justice card next to the Queen of Wands. This is the card for Libras. This is may be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But what you're doing here is you're putting your sword up. We already know that, the Page of Swords. And you want to get rebalanced. See the scales there? Because this relationship is throwing you off balance. And you need to be balanced. You really might have Libra in your chart someplace strong. But you're going to get yourself together. You're going to take charge of your life. It's self-justice. I have the Seven of Wands under the Ten of Cups and next to the Ace of Wands. Oh, I really feel like they're going to want to try again. I think you've already tried a few times, but this time I think you block them. This time you don't believe what they tell you. You don't believe them if they say they're sorry. You're not believing that they can change if that's what they're saying. And so you really are looking out for yourself here with this Seven of Wands. You want that new beginning. And it's right next to that Ace of Wands. I mean, all these fresh starts and new beginnings, but I feel like you're really on your way to another fresh start, new beginning. I have the Six of Pentacles next to the Seven of Wands and under the Queen of Wands. You are being breadcrumbed. This is what throws your scales off balance. So that's why you need to become rebalanced. It's like they were barely or are barely feeding enough to the relationship to keep it afloat. Barely. Just the bare minimum. But that's not really cutting it anymore. I have the Knight of Swords next to the Six of Pentacles. You're ready to just get rid of that energy. You can't take it anymore. You're done with the breadcrumbing. The Knight of Swords is a very actionable card in the tarot deck. And that sword is for truth and clarity. And I feel like you just really had it. You're really reaching your wit's end. So you're taking that sword, you're putting it up, and you're sticking up for yourself. And you're doing the things that you know you need to do for you and your happiness and your future. I have the Magician under the Seven of Wands and next to the King of Cups. Well, there's the infinity symbol, the symbol of intuition and knowing. You also have a cup for love. You have a pentacle for security and stability. You have a wand of fresh starts and new beginnings. And you have a sword for truth and clarity. You are able to manifest just what it is that you want from a relationship. It may not be this one. It doesn't look like it is this one. Okay? But you are figuring out that you have the power. They don't. You have the power about you and what you get from life. So that's another reason you're pulling back that cup of love here next to the King of Cups. And this Magician here, and actually the power by blocking, not believing that they've been in and out and they've been trying to, always apologizing. They're always wanting to try again or whatever, and you always believe them. You're not believing them anymore. I have the Strength card. And the Strength card, there's that infinity symbol again. The symbol of intuition and knowing. Follow your intuition. And this is a card for Leo, by the way. So Leo might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But you will find the strength and the courage to do what you know you need to do. Okay? That is what this card is all about. And for you, a lot of it is just getting away from this energy, taking charge of your life. I mean, you've really been up in your head about this. I got the Nine of Swords next to the Strength card and under the Knight of Swords. You're done with being up in your head. These swords are truth and clarity. The time that you spend alone, you're realizing what's been going on. This is the Eight of Swords. Then you turn to the Nine of Swords and really start to deal with these swords of truth and clarity. Now, I had 4 other cards that came out here. So, I have the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Another suggestion that there's an interfering party here. And you're going to come right out with it. You got your sword up. Queen of Swords is air, so that'd be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. That might be strong in someone's chart around this reading. But your energy is getting to the bottom of this third energy. Asking the truth. Speaking your truth. You're going to resolve this issue for you. I have the High Priestess next to the Four of Swords. Wow, this is the card for intuition and knowing in the tarot deck. Please follow your intuitions because they're running really high. And pay attention to those red flags and the green flags. But in this case, there's a lot of red flags in this reading. The time that you spend alone, the time that you seek guidance from the universe, that you're meditating, praying, or soul searching, it's very spiritual. Both these cards are very spiritual. These swords of truth and clarity are coming to you. So what the reading's saying is follow your intuition, follow your gut and your head. Don't let your heart totally rule in this case, because I think that's what you've been doing by trying over and over again, it looks like, and nothing changes. Let me take out an angel card. Let's see what kind of advice they have for you in this reading, Capricorns. Yeah, there's something there that they're hiding from you. A person, drugs, drinking, some type of addiction, third party, or just the interfering friend, mother, sister, brother. There's something going on here. And they're not telling you everything. So that Queen of Swords is really needed to get the truth. And you need the truth. That'll help you move on. And I think that's what you really need to do here. So, I'm going to grab my glasses and pull you out an angel card. For Capricorns. I believe it's right there. It's the Seven of Emotion. Now, I'm going to read this card to you. Let's see what it says. Your angels are asking you to make an important decision that you've been putting off. It's likely you know which choice you should make. The Strength card. But you're procrastinating so you don't upset someone else. Ask heaven for guidance and then make the choice that celebrates who you truly are. Wow, excellent advice. Perfect for the reading. Yeah, this is your reading, Capricorns. So, thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.